Madge, congratulations. Back in action, back in the win column. Just how would you describe the feeling right now?
Incomplete, I've still got the rest of the season to go, so that was a good win. But now I'm just thinking about the next leg of competition.
Obviously the fight, you got started very fast. He wanted to throw down. He led you back up. What did you think when he made that decision? Because he could have followed you to the ground.
Yeah, I think realistically he was trying to intimidate me or try to get into my head. But I expected him to try to take me down. I knew he was going to try to put forward pressure with me and try and get a quick knockout. But I knew as soon as he figured that he couldn't do that, he was going to try to take me down. So I was prepared to grapple with him 15 minutes if we had to.
Did any of the punches hurt you at all?
Nah. That was one of the major decisions for me moving up to welterweight is that, for the last 4 fights fighting at lightweight, the weight cuts got harder and harder and harder, and the punches felt harder and harder and harder. And I felt like I lost a lot of power in my fight. I would hit guys and they wouldn't move. But tonight I hit him, started wobbling, his eyes went skew, and it was the best decision in hindsight.
And final question for me, just there's no former champions in this year's tournament. Does it feel wide open? Does it feel like it could just be anybody's to win? There's no favorites?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of tough competition. I think this is one of the most stacked welterweight divisions that there have been. But I feel like the stars are aligning for me. It's been a rough 2 years, and I feel like the stars are aligning. I think this could be my year.
And then Don right here. So nice to see you back, man. And
Thank you.
Put in that Richie Kwan black belt to use today.
Yeah.
I know it's a long layoff for you, but what's it like to get a submission in your return back?
It's amazing. I was expecting to trade with him a little bit more. The game plan was to stand and pick him apart on the outside and be ready for the wrestling offense. But I knew once we hit the ground I was going to have an advantage on him. That's why I wasn't bothered by the fact that he was trying to take me down.
And then also you moved up to welterweight. You seem like you filled yourself up a little bit. What's it like now that you're at welterweight?
Well, the craziest thing is I didn't even fill myself out. This is just how I am. So the cut to lightweight was brutal. I'd have to do 12 kilograms in the week, and it was just starting to get too much, man. It's just taking too much toll on my body. So now it's much easier for me to make weight, and with the season format, we're fighting every 8 weeks. Can't do massive weight cuts.
And then last question. So you're out in South Africa. Obviously, South Africa's starting to become a lot bigger now with Cameron Salmon and Dricus. How's it feel to represent such a small country on the big scene in PFL?
It's amazing, man. I think myself, Dricus, and Cameron, we're the pioneers for South African MMA, and I'm just glad I can be one of them.
Thanks, Don.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don, you're going to be a father again. Tell me, what emotions do they add in the season format for you, with the extra life coming to your life?
Man, being a father is my greatest achievement in my life. The fact that I'm blessed to have another one is it's indescribable. Sorry. I lost my mom recently, and it feels like we got a blessing. We got a blessing with the second child.
God bless you, man. And one more for me about the family, right? You got a quick win. You're going to go back unscathed to the family. What's the first gift you're going to get your wife and kid? I've booked a holiday for my wife and I, because she's obviously this is the last time she can fly before we have the second baby. So I've booked a week holiday away in Mauritius for the 3 of us. So I'm taking them away just to get a bit of break. Fight camps are really hard on families. Sleeping in different rooms and stuff, because I got to sleep. I can't be there when the baby wakes up. It's rough. So my wife's had a lot of sacrifices, and I appreciate her so much. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I do. Hey, Don.
Hey.
This is Rhino from Combat Sports with Rhino Podcast. Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you.
That's your 6th pro win by choke and your 5th by rear naked choke. So now your sub wins and your TKO wins are now dead even.
Yeah.
Is there one you find more satisfying than the other, or is it just all about getting the win?
To be honest, I feel like a knockout or a TKO is anyone can get knocked out. But when someone taps, you really beat that guy. He didn't want to tap, but he had to. So it feels a lot more satisfying to make someone tap, for sure.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, Don.
Yes.
Congratulations on your victory.
Thank
I
you.
just had a quick question. You mentioned having to go through loss, but then also having to go through the beauty of life as well. How do you keep yourself mentally strong throughout those times and focused as you're training for your fight?
Life teaches you how to handle these things. My life hasn't been easy by any stretch of the imagination, and life has taught me to handle these things, and it's coming for all of us. It's going to happen to all of us, and we can just enjoy the moment that we have now. And so, it was really hard to lose my mom, but I got to appreciate what we have right now. And I have this, I have my family, I have another child coming, so I got to appreciate what I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.